And directly after that, he
blew himself up.
He went right upstairs, and I saw him flashing his thing like, whoa!
Ready?
Start it up. Alright, let's get it.
Welcome back to the Realtor Chronicles, episode 6. On today's episode, we're going to talk to DG. He's an Olympic tryouts fighter, Muay Thai, and an electrician. So what you been up to?
Working. Got a lot of work going on. A lot of remodels, a lot of build-outs, stuff like that for offices, mostly in Oak Brook. I don't know if you know where the Ditka restaurant is, but we're doing a lot of work out there. Just kind of all over the place, man. Kind of hitting up different spots.
So how did you start? Let's go back to when you were in high school.
Okay.
You graduated.
All right.
How did you become an electrician? How did you become a Muay Thai fighter? How did you get to where you are now?
Which one do you want to start first? Electrician?
Well, just start directly, whatever came first, fighting or...
Well, right out of high school, I tried COD. I didn't really know what I wanted to get into, so I kind of just took a couple bullshit classes and just kind of feeling stuff out. Took a couple... I actually took fire science, and then I realized I didn't want to be a firefighter, and then I took... actually, there's this guy, Ed Rossi. He was a teacher at COD. He ran an electrical class or something like that, and I talked to him about it, and he said, "Listen, man, if you're interested in being an electrician, don't waste your time here. Just go sign up at the hall." So I kind of did a hall. I just went to 134, which is Chicago local, and I went to DuPage local 701. And at 701, I was able to get in this trainee program, which is basically kind of vets out new people. Instead of getting into apprentice program, you do a summer help thing. And they let you on job sites, and you're not really allowed to really work with the tools much. You don't really do a lot of electrical work, but eventually you always kind of bleed into doing little things here and there, like running temp lights or kind of helping guys do all the stuff that they don't want to do, like carry material. And my first job was actually at a retirement home. It was a huge one, completely out of the ground, and I was the guy drilling holes and studs and stuff like that, and then filling them up with this fire caulk, which has a fire barrier. Basically, it's so any penetration going through the ceiling, you seal it up with this stuff so that when smoke goes through, it doesn't go through that. I think it has the same burn temp as the material you're using. I think there's different kinds. I don't really know that much about fire caulk, but I know that's what it's for. It's cover penetrations. And that was my job for a while, so I was covered in that stuff for a while because I didn't know how to use it. I never really caulked a lot of stuff, so I used that. I figured out the way of the caulk, you know. And, that was a fun job. And then from there, I got into the apprenticeship. That was fun. But after that job, I went to a solar job with this other company, Hearted Electric, and that was the brutalest winter I ever had. I was out there in negative degrees on a rooftop. I got to run a law a little bit, which is like a forklift on steroids with this huge participating boom on it. Picks up stuff. And my first time, they taught me, we went around the parking lot 3 or 4 times. I picked up some stuff. I actually stacked bricks on top of each other. And then after that, they're like, all right, you got it. So I picked the first load of solar panels, and it was like this big. And when I picked it, and when I got it about 30 feet in the air, they told me, now, don't drop it, because this is about 20 grand worth of solar pictures. So just pay attention to what we're doing. And I couldn't see them. The window was fogging. I was like, I hope to God I'm hitting the right spot. And that was intense. And then after that, I finally became a first-year apprentice, and was working with this Lions Painter Company. That was a crazy job. That was a three-story high-rise, and it wasn't really that. It was a hectic job. It was really hectic. One of the craziest ones I've ever seen. It was just hot, and stuff wasn't really organized great, but we got it done, and the job turned out great. But it is what it is. And then I went after that. My foreman that was working there, he liked me a lot, and when he went to another company, he asked someone if I can come, and I came, and I've been working with this company, Kalish Electric, ever since, and it's been great. We work a lot, though. It's a smaller company. I went from working for companies that had hundreds of dudes, and then to a company that had 7. So, and I like it a lot better because everyone knows each other. There's not really a lot of drama or a lot of there's a lot of politics with bigger companies, and I like the smaller company vibe. It's less politics, less. You just go to work. Just go to work, do a good job, don't mess it up, and you never have a problem. And it's so I've been happy with that. But also with that, out of high school, I wrestled my sophomore year, my junior year, and I did in junior high a little bit for Cougars wrestling, and it was all right. And but I really liked the competition, all that stuff. And then senior year, I like kind of fell off with it. I got myself in some trouble and stuff like that, just being a goofball. And but I missed the competition. So after that, my friend Keenan, Keenan, he got me into Muay Thai. He basically I was training with this other gym before them. This gym with these two guys. No, not that one. That was Sonny. That's Sonny's place. Okay. That was Sonny's first place. But before that, I was training with this gym. Forget their name, but it was basically like in the basement of a gym. Like it was like a rec center, and it was in the basement. And we had like random classes, and sometimes they'd show up, sometimes they wouldn't, and sometimes we'd be sparring. Like I never knew what the schedule was, but we'd come in and I just pretty much get an ass whooping every day. And from that, I told Keenan about it. Keenan was like, dude, that's not how it's supposed to go. Like, I'll teach you where to go. And he brought me to Sonny Ross from Prime Muay Thai. It's a good gym in Lyle. They from that, he took me there and he's like, all right, man, you're going to train here and just get good. I'm like, okay. And then I figured that me and him are both going to go there together. And we're going to start training. I'm like, all right, cool. Hey, man, I'm going Wednesday. He's like, oh, I can't go Wednesday. I'm like, okay. Like, hey, man, I'm going Thursday. He's like, oh, I can't go Thursday. I'm like, hey, I'm going Friday. And he's like, dude, I'm not going. I'm like, hey, man, are we training? He's like, no. You're training. I said you get good. I didn't say anything about me get good. I'm not going training. You want to train, but this is where you go. But I'm not doing it. And so
I remember when you started going, he's like, oh, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm like, wait a minute. You just got DJ to go. Like, aren't you all going?
He just wanted to hook me up. So, whatever. And, but from there, man, like, I learned a lot, man. I learned a lot. I had a lot of cool experiences, man. I got to meet some, like legit fighters and learned a lot about myself, too. And that was actually the hardest thing about learning being an electrician, because there's so much to learn being an electrician, so much stuff you got to learn on top of trying to be a professional athlete, you know? Like, that's what was my goal. And it was, dude, I would be out in the hot sun all day till, like, get home at, like, 3, shower, eat, then go to the gym by 5, and then I would train late, and I'd get back by, like, 10, go to sleep, and just rinse and repeat for 7 years, man. I did that. 7 years I did that. It was hardest thing I've ever done, but I learned a lot about myself, and had some cool experiences, a lot of good ass whoopings, and yeah, man, I loved it. And still getting back into it. Took a little break right now. Work got really crazy, and now I'm kind of taking a bigger role in my company. And like the pressure's on me. Like it's just me out there most of the time. So it's like the pressure's on me. I gotta get it produced. So took a step back to take care of that. Plus getting my own house and getting like just moving on with life and having a dog too. So it's like I'm just torn between so much, man. I always try to take on more. I never say no to anything. I never that's like my problem, but also like part of my success. I always take on every challenge, and sometimes like I'm learning more and more that you can't do everything at once, you know. And most of the time, when you split yourself up, something gives. So something's always gonna lack, and you're always putting out fires. So now I'm trying to figure out how to streamline one thing so it's on autopilot, and then really go with the other one. You know, and it's hard. But I'm gonna get back to it. And that's pretty much after high school, man. It's been crazy, man. It's been crazy. Learning a lot of mistakes and a lot of lessons learned, but a lot of successes too. You know, you gotta crack a couple eggs before, you know, if you wanna, I don't know,
make an omelet. You gotta crack a place where you make an omelet, something like that.
Yeah, I let that completely fall apart.
That's cool. Yeah. But as an electrician, you've probably been on a bunch of jobs that you've seen a bunch of wild stuff. I know you had like something blow up on you the other day.
Oh yeah.
I know you almost like lost a finger once.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's actually going back to blowing stuff up. I was always told cut one wire at a time, because no matter what you do, you can like never cut two wires together because you can direct short it with that. Like if you connect the hot and the neutral together, it just explosion, or hot to ground.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes even neutral to ground, depending on where that neutral is. If it's going through and it's got a load on it, and you cut it to ground, you can have a good spark on that. And my foreman, he explained that all to me one day. Like he said that, he's like, listen, always cut one wire, always be safe. You never want to, always double check everything because you never want to pop, especially in a ceiling when you're on a 6-foot ladder. You never want to do that because if you do that, like you could fall off the ladder and get scared, or you can get hung up. Nobody knows because your waist is above the ceiling grid, so no one will see you get hung up for a while, and that can lead to bigger problems. And then directly after that, he goes up in the ceiling.
What is hung up?
Hung up is when you get you short something out and you're tied into the circuit. You're in the circuit. That's how people die like that.
Okay.
And directly after that, he
blew himself up.
He went right upstairs, and I saw a flash in the ceiling, like, oh shit! And he's like, yeah. I'm like, is that what you mean? He's like, yeah, that's what I fucking mean. Dude, $50 pair of clients just in the trash. Yeah. I've seen a lot of that stuff, man. Not that I'm perfect either. I've had some stuff go pop on me before. It's no fun. Especially the 277 club. That's a higher voltage than 120, and that bites hard.
Now you also do you do work in large buildings, but you also know your way around houses. Have you ever seen because I know during inspection and stuff, even for your house there was some stuff wrong.
The landlord special.
The landlord special. Have you seen what are some stuff that you see that are red flags?
The worst red flag I ever seen was some dude drilled out the side of his house and put 2 conductors out of there at the side of his house. Brought him up a tree, taped it to that tree, brought it across the yard, taped it to another tree, brought it down, taped it to his gutters. Not even taped it to his gutters, wrapped it around his gutter. Two live conductors. If you opened up an outlet box, all those wires, just 2 of those. Just brought it around like that, and that was his feed for his garage. Yeah, dude. Some people read a couple things, do a couple things, and they think they're electricians, and they just, go for it, And in theory, it worked, but as far as safety, it's horrendous. That's the worst kind of thing, Yeah. And I actually had to take that out, drill out the side of the house, and put it underneath the ground and do it right. But that was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Now, do you see other red flags in homes, wires maybe, or
exposed wires is always a problem. Also in ceilings, you got to be careful with Romex. Some people just freer splices in attics. Also.
And then just to let people know, Romex is it's basically an extension cord, right?
Yeah, pretty much an extension cord with wires in it. It's got a protective sheath around it with conductors that also have a jacket around it. And that's pretty much all Romex is. It's fine. It is rated for certain Romex. You got to be careful which one you get, but certain Romex are rated for certain temperatures and all that stuff. It's technically fine, but in the area that you're at, you have to make sure you read what they interpret, because each county interprets the code differently. There's the national code, and then there's what is interpreted from that county. And you have to be very careful because some people say it's different,
Yeah.
They look at something a different way because the biggest problem with the code is that it's gray. There's no black and white in it. It's all gray. It's all you should do this, but there's that, or in this situation, I would do it like that. A lot of it is it's very vague. It's very vague what it is. So you have to be careful on that. And some people are just cowboys out there, man, just doing kind of crazy shit. And you'll see everything, People, and 120 volts kills most people.
I think Brazil's all that.
Yeah.
Every house and
every house. Yeah, 120 is the standard voltage of every house, and that's usually what kills more people than high voltage. It's just because people doing stupid shit.
Maybe it's double. I know it's double the USA.
I have no idea.
I don't either, but I know they're it's don't touch anywhere. You'll get flown back. I'm what?
Yeah. I don't know what they got.
But the Romex that they have here, metal.
Yeah.
They don't got that. They have wires, and then it's instead of metal Romex, it's plastic around it.
Oh, tubing?
It's like a bendy straw.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a blue or like a orange.
They have that in Brazil. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what is this?
Sometimes they have like concrete house. I don't know what they do out there, but I've seen like for like if the house is like I think it's like a mortar wall. Like a lot of them they make it with brick and they'll chisel it out and they put like tubing in it, and that'll be your chase.
And then they put like concrete
I
over
would not want to be the one that fucks that up or drill something into that because that's a horrible that's opening up your whole wall demo at all to do it. I would think. Never seen that person in my life, but
yeah, come to Brazil. Check it out.
Maybe check out Brazil, see how it goes out there.
But what are your plans for like going forward? I know you said you're getting back into Muay Thai.
Yeah, just getting back and training, man. That's really the only thing. I want to call. My life has been really busy right now, man. I've been for last year has been crazy. I had 4 fights last year, and it's 6-week camps every time. So it's a lot of time. Like, it's a lot of strain on my relationship too. You know, my fiance, like it was a lot of strain because I was gone. Like how I told you that schedule was.
Yeah.
Like I would be gone I'd leave 4:30 in the morning, fly and go, and then get home like 1:30, like 2, and then from there, I would eat a little bit, maybe walk the dog, play with the dog, go to training, and that would be for like 3 hours, and then come home and be exhausted and falling asleep on it while we're talking. So this is hard, really, really, really hard on me and her too. But she understood because like that was like my passion, my dream, you know. So like she understood, and she was always supportive and always wanted me to do it. But then I felt that personally because that's not fair, you know. So now I'm trying to figure out a way to do it with both. You know, finding that balance is the hardest thing for me. Because I'm the kind of person who puts my whole heart into everything I do. Like I go 100%. Nothing is ever like half-ass. I go 100%. So for me to half-ass training and then half-ass work, like trying to make both work, it was a lot. And honestly, like I need to feed myself, you know what I mean? Because I'm all by myself, so I need to feed myself, and I have a house, I have like real responsibility. So it was a big take on it. But now, like that's kind of calming down. I got 1 more year of the apprenticeship and then back to just being a journeyman in no school. And I think it would be a lot easier to do that. You know, this last year, I'm still going to push and try to get a couple fights this year coming up, but just getting back into it's going to be a little rough. But I do got one of my buddies who's actually my hero, Lordzilla. He's the Eel. You guys should look him up. The Eel or Lordzilla.
Yeah, I saw he's coming to town.
Yeah, he'll be here in July. If anyone's interested in Muay Thai, go to Prime Muay Thai. He'll be there July 30th. That dude's a stud. He's a stud, man. He's good. He holds 100 consecutive wins is one of his records. 100 fights. Didn't lose. Yeah, multiple Lupini and Rajman Stadium winner. He fought and won championship a lot. He had, 4-1 with that. And the last fight he lost because his hand was broken from his previous fight. So he couldn't hit with that other hand, and he tried to push it. They were gonna stop it, but he's like, all right, fine, I'll go, keep going. But his hand was broken, so he couldn't really do much. But yeah, that dude's a beast, man. I looked up to him a lot, and then meeting him, he was really cool. And we clicked off, man. That's my dude. I'm trying to learn Thai because of him, because I want to be able to communicate with him better. He's got decent English, but like trying to learn Thai to talk to him better is like one of my goals.
I think it's like a Rocket something, like it's like $100 for life.
Oh, Babbel?
No, Rocket. It's like Rocket something. It's like the best one you could buy. I like looked up on YouTube for like because I was gonna learn Japanese, and then I was like, maybe I should like learn Portuguese 100%, like better than like a 5-year-old, and then switch to like Japanese or like
you gonna
Korean.
do a tour in Japan or something? You start real estate in Japan?
Nah, but like doing like just like knowing a different language would just be funny. Like I see those videos where like people are just like they're like talking like a different language, and all of a sudden the guy starts talking it, and everyone's like, "What's going on? He's not from here." So I was like, "Let's learn."
Oh yeah, that's the dude. He goes into the markets and
he goes in the markets, and they're just like, and he's like, "Oh yeah,
white boy can speak. What is this?" Like, yeah, that's crazy.
I also want to Thailand. We gotta go to Thailand.
Yes, let's go. That's a big goal of mine. We gotta get out there. We need a bachelor party in Thailand.
That's what I'm talking about.
I want to go. There's this festival, Sakrat.
Yeah, well,
I think I'm saying it right. Yeah,
they throw clay at you and then water the whole day. It's like a square gun fight and buckets of water.
Yeah, that's a big festival I want to go to. That sounds so much fun, man. I've seen so many videos of that. It looks crazy. I think the whole country stops and then just start throwing clay at each other and squirt guns everywhere. Plus, just going out there, it's beautiful. You know, like you ever seen James Bond. What was it? I think it was.
I saw The Hangover.
There's this island called Fifi Island, and that's where James Bond came out the water with like it was James Bond and like the girl in the white like bikini that came out, and that was the beach. You can go to that beach, and I want to go to that because my dad is a big James Bond fan, so I grew up watching all those, so I want to go there.
What are we gonna do? But damn. But I want to talk to you about buying your first house.
Yeah.
Because that was my wildest deal.
Yeah.
With everything going on.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for that hookup.
Everyone was like,
dude, that was tough.
It's usually simpler than this. I'm like, fuck.
Dude, I had everything, dude. The first one we had was like there was a lawsuit on the.
There's a lawsuit on both.
On both, yeah.
On both.
The railings, man. And then chances happen on the next one that it's railings again, you know?
Well, it was railings and then there was the roof and siding on the new place we're at now.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because, like, I really, like, no one knew what to do. No. Like, not even, like, Charles didn't know what to do. Like, Kathy didn't know what to do. No one knew what to do. So then I just had to, like, okay, people closed on this before. How do I close it? Call them. And, like, everyone was super helpful and stuff. But, like, then I, like, talked to Anton, told them how they closed the property. And then he's like, you have to do this, this, and this. And then that was kind of it, and I did it. But, like, I was able to, like, track down the person who did the work 11 years ago.
Yeah.
And, like, they were like, bro, I don't even have that company anymore. I'm like, okay. Yeah. And I was just, like, going, like, trying different things, trying to get the deal closed. Like, now I'm just like, fuck. Yeah. Then, like, I asked, like, how do I, like, prepare for this for next time? They're like, you can't. Like, if you won't know until you're under contract. I'm like,
yeah.
They're like, in the city, you'll know. But in the suburbs, you probably won't know it. They're getting sued until like we pull the paperwork and start going through it all. I'm like, man.
Dude, I couldn't believe 2 litigations. Man. Well, we actually saved me on that first one, dude, because that litigation on that first one, that saved my ass, dude. That like because of that, we didn't get into that. I heard everyone's having a nightmare.
Well, they switched managements.
Yeah.
Well, I saw it like.
But I heard a lot of people are still like they're increasing their HOA and all that stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I heard that.
It probably is. Well, because they got a new management. Because I went there and they said like new management. Under new management now, and I was like, oh, okay, so the HOA is probably different, but...
You closed on anyone over there?
No, I have a few rentals. Well, I had this is bogus, I have a rental, I had a guy that's trying to rent there now, and the agent's out of country, so she's like, can you do everything, like fill out the contract and stuff, and I filled it out, and I sent it to the landlord, and I sent it to my client to sign, and the landlord's like, hey, someone else came in with better stuff. Yeah. I'm like, man, you told me to, like, they told me to fill out the contract and stuff, and I was doing that all day today. Trying to figure that mess out. And it's like, still, I was like, hey, we'll go up $50. We'll close 5 days. Well, he'll rent it 5 days earlier, but you have to get back to me by later tonight. If you don't get back to me, we'll continue to look. But man, I was like, dang, struggles. But then, yeah, that's basically been kind of everything.
You still closing on anything else?
I have a rental. I'll probably have 2 rentals closed this month. If I could get him 3. So that'll be pretty cool. I have the one in the city. They just need the pay stubs.
Yeah.
They need a better pay stub. So I gotta send this guy a message. The one in Charles is upstairs, kind of upstairs. Close on that on the 17th, and then his party. I'll tell you about his party later. Yeah. And then
you told everyone about his party.
It don't matter.
Party at Charles' house is next weekend. Everyone should show up. What's his address?
I don't know. No idea. And then,
BYOB. Let's be nice, you know.
And then we have this other one that if I could close him, but he has to be out by the 15th. Mm-hmm. So he has 6 days.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you can't be picky right now. So we're waiting for tonight. If the landlord gets back to us, hopefully we can do it. If not,
I'm shooting pistols with that man, dude. That dude's a fucking assassin.
Charles, I haven't gone. Well, I don't have a gun, so
yeah. Dude, it's crazy. It's harder than it looks.
We shot at Caleb's.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but that wasn't the same. That was just pot shots at a bush. You know what I mean?
No, that was a rock on a metal thing. I was hitting the rock.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, what was it, like a
9mm?
No, but like the distance, like 40 yards, 50 yards.
Probably. That sounds about right.
He's like, yo, you're hitting the rock. That's a headshot. I'm like,
that natural, that Brazilian eye, bro. Got that. That dude's like, fucking teach me. I thought I was gonna be like John Wick with it, dude. You know, and I went out there. I'm just like, oh, I can't fucking, dude. Couldn't hit shit. I had like a spacey like this big. Now I'm like this big. I'm starting to dial it.
I mean, I think he goes once a week.
Yes, yeah.
I'm always like, damn.
I'm trying to hit him. I fell off. I went for like 3 weeks solid, and then after that, I like got busy. I wasn't able to go again, but I gotta get back on.
I was gonna tell him, take me.
Last time I went with him, we were supposed to go to Naperville, right? It was like
the gun range.
Yeah, the gun range Naperville. I just plugged it in. I do this all the time. I'll just plug in an address, just the name of the place. If it's an establishment, I'll just plug in the name of the place and I'll just go. And then I'll put on podcasts. I'll be driving, not even paying attention to where I'm going. I ended up like 30 minutes away from where I was supposed to be, dude. I was going to be there like 10 minutes early. I ended up 30 minutes away, so I had to skedaddle my way back to it. Do that all the time. You ever do that? You start driving?
We've had some situations. Or like I'll like accidentally miss the exit, and it's
I'm the most directionally challenged person I ever do. But GPS.
It saves lives nowadays.
That's all I need, man.
If you put the right address.
We're just lucky we don't have the Tom days. We don't have the Tom days?
Yeah, but it's like the Tom days will still get you places. Yeah, hopefully.
Fuck a Tom, dude. We need the iPhone's the way now.
Yeah, no one uses. Well, it's all through your phone now. Yeah. You can get anywhere. You can literally like drive necessary to like pull up the address and just. And then you're on your way there. It's like, oh, cool. Or like, hey, can you add on? Can you stop here?
What if they got a piece of it when they went into the iPhone? What if they got a piece of the Tom?
No, they probably do their own stuff because Google.
Who even buys it anymore? Old people?
No, I mean I can see like
truckers.
Yeah.
Truckers, you think?
Or people that like don't want to use their phones the whole time. But it's also in cars now too.
Yeah, that's true. Cars. What if they got a piece of that actually?
Well, no, it's like iPhone. iPhone's the big one, or Google, depending on what car you have. Apple Play or.
You ever tried the Waze?
Yeah, Waze is pretty.
Sometimes works. But sometimes
well, like when we went to the trip up, the camping trip, the camping trip when we went with like Jeremy and like everyone else, and Josh.
That was hilarious. Me and Josh camped on the top of the hill. Everyone else camped in the bottom. We're like, if it rains, you're going to have a real wet situation down there, dude. And then, of course, it rains, man. And everyone.
But I was so glad I left that day, though.
Yeah.
I think I had to come back for work, and I was mad about it, but I was like, fine.
Yeah. That was a wild trip. I remember we jumped off the cliff or whatever. Or no, not the cliff. We jumped down that sand dune. And dude, I ate shit hard on that one.
There was we still got to set up the camping trip too. So we're gonna do it differently this year. We're gonna do it just like who's gonna be in your boat, Ryan?
Yeah.
Just you and Ryan buy your tickets, and then me and Josh will buy our tickets.
Okay.
Together, and then like everyone just pairs, because I know how much did you spend last time? Like $600, and then we all had to pay you back.
No, I think it was like we had 8 heads. What was it?
7.
7 heads. Yeah.
Yeah. $200 per person, like
200. Yeah, it was more than
So like we would just I told Josh like, hey. Like maybe like a month, like we're doing it end of July, so beginning of July. Yeah. I'll buy me and Josh will buy ours, you'll buy yours, and then like Keenan will buy his with like Bucci.
Yeah.
We gotta figure out who's coming too. I guess Tomcat wants to come.
Who's Tomcat?
Tomcat. He went to Jefferson and middle school, dating Christina.
Oh yeah.
He was like he did a trip for a whole week once, so he's like, and then like I was like, we're just like let's go, come with us. Because we need, because Caleb left, so it's not
Caleb's not going?
Nah, I think he has to go to Brazil, or he's going to be in Brazil.
Dude, that man's world traveling now.
He's Mr. International.
Mr. International, bro. The Lord taking him, dude. He's going around.
Bro, we gotta I actually want to go start traveling more.
Yeah, me too. I got what's the hell is it called? Freaking after you get married.
Honeymoon,
yeah. I want to go around Europe. We're gonna do a Euro trip, a little one, and then after that we gotta take our exploration. We gotta go Asia or something. That'd be fun. We could do Europe too. I want to go to Italy. I've been looking at a lot of spots in Italy. We looked at this one. What was it?
I was gonna say when you have your honeymoon.
Yeah.
Do your whole... Well, I guess you really can't.
I probably
I wouldn't say meet us up.
Yeah?
Well, you can't do that.
Yeah, we keep going.
During your honeymoon, you can't just
it's
leave your wife.
Nah, I mean, that's us. That's our things, bro. Y'all don't want to be part of that.
When are you planning?
Maybe Venice.
When are you planning on getting married? Actual wedding,
that is...
1, 2, 3, 4?
Probably 2, maybe 3 years. we're gonna enjoy it and set it up because right now we almost got like everything like we're almost like zero debt. So like I'm trying to get to zero debt. Only got a little bit bits and pieces, and once I'm at zero debt, then I'm gonna rent out my house, and then I'm gonna make moves with that.
We gotta
like next year, probably mid next year, I'll be zero debt and everything. I'll be able to make some real money moves, and then I'll get because I got a raise this year, and I expect to get another raise next year, and then one after that. So like it's gonna go up, but and then also I don't know anything. Like I might get a company van and all that stuff, so no gas and stuff like that. My car's paid for, so So after that, I'm trying to like make some big moves.
I'm trying to be in the same boat, get debt free. So my rest of my car payments for the next, I think like 2.5 years.
Student loans are kicking back in. You hear about that?
I have $3,000.
Yeah, me too.
I have that, and then I have.
But it's still bullshit. I thought it was gonna be paid for, So.
I thought they're gonna pay like anything under $10,000. I was like, cool.
Yeah, but I don't think so. I don't think that was total tease. I think that was I feel like that was just to make us calm. After all the craziness. That was just like here's a carrot. Like you're just dangling in front of you and then take it away.
But we'll see how it happens. I mean, I only have $3,000. I mean, that's literally a deal. Mm-hmm. That's a house close for me.
Good. We're back at it, zero debt.
That I have that, and then I have my car, and that's it. But my car is like I probably paid off like really. If I have like a good year, which I'm trying to like get to, I know I need more people to buy houses. I'm gonna have to do some different things. Yeah. And I'm getting into like different situations now where like people are offering me money. Mm-hmm. I have like attorneys offering me money or like asking to work with me. Someone asked for like money for like advertising. Yeah. I have like lenders. I'm probably just gonna stick with Anton. Like he's the best.
Oh yeah, dude, that's a stud.
I mean,
that man answers the phone anytime. Anytime I send him a text, he replies. Like within like an hour, Mm-hmm. Like it's like.
He has very good customer service.
Oh yeah, dude, he doesn't stop working. That dude's stud. You're gonna have him on, right?
We'll have to go to Chicago and do it at his house. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna see because I'm gonna try to get him before the team dinner.
There you go.
Like maybe like a few days before the team dinner.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna surprise him one day, like maybe doing a week because like I'm gonna be like, hey, watch some of my videos and we'll just kind of go from there. Like I'm just gonna ask you like I did like life after high school, what happened, and go forward. Like we could talk about anything. Don't be afraid to veer off topic. Like it's just a podcast. Like we talk about some real estate. We talk about like life, what you've been up to, like what you want to do, like in your life. Do you want to start your own office? Do you want to do this, that? Like, do you want to start your own company? There you go.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Honestly, dude, like I've seen how my boss works, dude. That dude always working, man. That dude hustles, and I'm like, I don't know. I know a couple of people that own their own business. I'd rather have like good investments versus my own business. Because then it like do the rental game and then still work for them. Because not only do I like working for them, like it's also like man, I don't know if I want to be able to walk away. Not like I want to be able to like go on a trip and not have to worry about like people like the business won't go on without me. You know what I mean? If the boss leaves, then like the business it is a risk. You know what I mean? Like because
that's one thing about risk that kind of sucks. Like
because I think about it, like you can't just go travel, and come back. Like I just want to be a really good employee. That's my goal, and to make good investments with my money. That's my goal right now. Because I got too much. I'm trying to. Because also training too. Like that sounds great and all, but like that's all your time. And then also I love martial arts and like I want to get back into it, and I don't have time. There's only one of me. I mean, maybe in the future I can clone myself, and then I can get some shit done. Maybe fuck. But yeah, I don't have enough time, man. Because training's a lot, and then going on with jiu-jitsu, and then Muay Thai, and because that's also a goal of mine. Like I'm almost like I feel like if I went hard for like 2 years, maybe 3, I could get my purple belt, and then which is like one step after blue belt, and then maybe like my thing is like I want to try I want to try to be a black belt before I'm 40. You know what I mean? With all my time. You know what I mean? Like my time's crazy. So hopefully after school I can get it and go hit it hard and get that. And then also get pretty decent with Muay Thai too,
I was watching a thing where it's like like what has the biggest gap in like abilities of all the belts and the like black belts? Because it could be like there's some like people that like just got in there, some people that have like all the straps and like they're just it's like they make you feel like you're a white belt when you're a black belt. And it's like the wildest.
There's different tiers of black belt.
Yeah, it's
very different tiers.
They're like it's the wildest.
Some people have just been training like casually for decades. You know what I mean? Like it takes a long time. You know, there's a couple freaks out there that get it quick. You know,
I think one dude did it like in 8 months. Got his black belt, and then he was just out here being an assassin.
The fastest time I've ever heard of is this dude, Danny Wonderland, and that dude got it fast. I think he got it in like 5 years or something. And that dude will kill you. That dude is like a stud. Like. I think his son's going to be in the UFC, too. His son's been kicking some ass, too. But, yeah. And then I know a bunch of black belts, and they're all cool people, dude, but they're super, like, unsuspecting, you know? Like, they're just normal people, you know? I mean, they look a little buffer than most, you know? But some of them just look real casual, you know? But they fuck you up. It's all know-how. That's the thing, you know? It's all just know-how. It's not really strength. Mm-hmm. Like, some of them got, like... Some of them are big people, but some of them aren't. Like some of them are just like normal looking people you never suspect, but they can tangle you up, dude. They'll fucking dude. They'll fold you with your clothes on, you know. They'll fold your shirt with you in it. But yeah, it's crazy, especially with Moitie too, man. There's some unsuspecting people that you see all the time, man. They're like since I started martial arts, like I've learned that like to respect everybody. Mm-hmm. You never know, because I've seen some people who are like real, like kind of like dorky looking, like not really suspecting. Like I'd be like, like they don't look like athletes. You know what I mean? But then once they put the leather on, man, they get at they'll pop you, dude. Like, they'll get you, man. They'll send you across the room, they'll make you do a backflip, man. Like I've seen it. Like they don't look that threatening, you know. I mean, they'll mess you up. You know, it's just know-how. You know, and that's the beauty about it, because it's not so much given like ability and athleticism. It's more like more heart and also like know-how and knowledge. You know, this is just like the old saying, like knowledge is power. You know, once you know enough, like you don't really need to be that strong. Or some of them aren't even in that good a shape. You know, they just know what to do. They just know what to do when. You know, and it's So stay strapped, people. Don't be getting this hand-to-hand combat with just anybody, man. Dude,
if you see a puffy ear, run away.
Yes, if you see a puffy ear, or you see like eyebrows that are a little thicker than you think, dude. Fuck with them, man. Fuck you up.
So jiu-jitsu, huh?
Yeah, jiu-jitsu's fun, man. First time I went to jiu-jitsu at Carlos and Gracie HQ downtown, there's this old dude. And like I didn't want to hurt him because I came from wrestling, so like, and plus I was kind of an aggressive white belt, like really, like I would just kind of go like wrestling style, just in him at him, you know. Cool, I've calmed down a lot, but first shot I took in on him, like for a double leg, I went in, and then I woke up like 15 seconds later, and I was like, what the hell happened? He's just rubbing my belly and my back. He's like, it's okay. I'm like checking my pants, and I'm like, what happened? Like, what was I drinking? Was something in my water? He's like, no, man, dude, he just got me. He just like what's it called? I'm so bad with the names.
He put you in a choke.
Yeah.
He did something.
I shot him for a double, came right in, boom. Somebody here, dude, got me, dude. I was out in seconds. It was the most terrifying thing. And he's just an old dude. He's just an old guy, not really strong. And he didn't even really try. He just kind of went, and I was out. Yeah. Got my ass handed to me many a times there. There's some people, dude.
Delvin and woke up 15 minutes later, just rubbing your belly.
Yeah, he's just okay. Like, he's grabbing my back and my belly. Like, what happened, bro? He's like, I'll call you later, bro. Yeah, dude. Bad. Then and then sparring wars with Moitie too. That always gets fun, dude. It's always it always starts off like as like a light spar, and everyone's just kind of playing. And someone pops you, and then you go back and forth, and it becomes a whole brawl, dude. Many a times, dude. I'm sure I've had thousands of concussions, but I never went in for any. But that's part of the fun. It's part of the fun and the grind with it, you know. And you find out more of yourself because you get into some deep water. You know, when you're training, like you're so exhausted, you don't even think you can go, and then by the end of the day, like after they've made you do like thousands and thousands of kicks, you realize like, dude, I got that in me. You know, like you got more in the tank. Every time you don't think you got more, you always got more. You know, and I apply that to everything I do. You know, I apply that to like life and to work. You know, and sometimes that's a downfall because I know I can push through stuff, but the thing is like physically pushing through stuff versus quality of like what you're doing, like is different. You know what I mean? Like, and I kind of learned that from 7 years pushing and grinding and climbing away to like where I've even gotten now. Like it's, I realized like, man, like sometimes it's okay not to like redline yourself every time. You know what I mean? Because stuff goes away. You know, stuff you can't be 100% everywhere. You know, you can't be a fighter, electrician, a good husband, a good dog owner, a good house owner. Like something gives. Something always gives. So you got to decide where your time is and time management. You know, which I'm terrible at time management because I always say yes to everything, try to jump on everything. But yeah, but I'm learning more.
See, I'm trying to get better at time management. Like, I'm trying to get up the same time every morning and just, but it's like, I don't know, there's certain things like, I'm supposed to like read. I'm trying to read, like, finish this book, and I'm like on page like 15. I'm like, I gotta finish this book. I know it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I've been trying to make time for that.
So I gotta listen, dude. Anytime I open up the book, I read it, I'm just out, dude. I can't.
But it's like,
I don't know, it sounds bad, but like when I read, it's like a lullaby to me. Like, I just,
well, like, I try to read and also like read out loud.
Yeah.
Because to help with like some of my pronunciations of words. Yeah. Even because I'm from Brazil, it isn't like the best. So I try to like read out loud to make it better and like practice like speech and stuff. So then like I'll sit there, read it out loud, and I'll highlight stuff, and I'll go back and I'll like look at words, and I'm just like trying to go through it and stuff. And it's been like, I remember that I got to like where I was reading like every day for like 6 months. And I read a few books then, but that was a few years ago. And I'm trying to get back into it where I just like, now like the thing I do is I wake up and I'll like go through all my searches. So like I have a lot of renters right now, so I'll go through and like, what's new? I'll check all my emails, like what's new? How can I help this person? Like where can I put them? And then I'll just kind of, then after that usually takes like an hour or two, depending on how it's all set up already. Yeah. And then I just kind of make some calls, or I just check like what's going on, or I try to like learn a new skill, or I try to do something. And then usually at nighttime I'll make calls. If it's like Monday through Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I try to just meet people. So I like, or just meet people.
Yeah. That's the thing. The time management is the biggest key. You know, trying to get that everyone fit into your schedule, especially your line of work. You know, trying to get out to people.
I know.
All your stuff is like face. You know, showing face.
Well, I'm trying to like relationship. I'm trying to figure out ways to show less face.
What do you mean?
Like even like, okay, like let's say it's like we have a property, right? There's 200 people that reached out. There was like maybe like 30 people that reached out on Zillow. I could call everyone, or I could just send them a text with all the requirements, tell them what days I'm going to be at the property, and tell them to show up.
Do you ever just bump the highest number? Like whoever came in with the highest bid? Do you ever just...
Oh, yeah. Well, for rentals, like for rentals, it's like, I try to do like, whoever comes in first, we should try to like go with them as long as everything's like good. If everything's pretty decent, we will usually go with them. But unless it's like someone has like something crazy, like I've been, or like the first person came in, they were like, we actually always pick mostly the first person that came in. Yeah. But like, let's say if like we've had someone that like came in where it's like, they came in like third and they're like, hey, my client's like a dentist. He makes $250,000. He's co-signing for his kids. Why didn't he get it? I was like, listen, I got a dude that's making $500,000, and I got a dude that also that's making like 2 people that are making around that. Like, I'm sorry, but it's like, but also they're first. Like they came in first. I'm gonna try to honor them, and that's one thing I try to do. If you apply to ours first, I'll try to push for you as long as everything pans out. Yeah, I'll try to push for you. Yeah, I know a lot of agents maybe do that, maybe don't. Maybe they'll push for like someone else.
How does open house work? Like when someone comes in, like do they even count? Or are they like?
Oh, okay. So we're talking. So we were talking about rentals. Yeah. So now we're going to talk about selling houses, open houses. Okay. So if someone walks in an open house, usually I'll go up to them. I'll explain to them what they're, like the simple stuff like bedrooms, bathrooms, and all that. I'll ask them to sign in, and I'll ask them if they're working with an agent. If they are working with an agent, I let them just walk around and see the property. I don't really bother them. If they're not, I still tell them to sign in, and then it's like this could potentially be my client. Yeah. So then I try to I'll show them around the house, or like I'll just like generally like be kind of more interactive with them. I'll be like, hey, what do you think about the upstairs? What do you think about this? And I like give them my card. and then I'll have the information. The problem is we used to have a sign-in sheet.
Yeah.
And they used to not fill out their information.
Really?
So now I switched it, and I have a QR code that you have to. And I'm like, hey.
Do you have like a bodyguard at the front door?
No.
That's like, you ever seen the show Watchers? Oh, dude, that's some Watcher shit, dude.
But yeah,
come in wherever you want. You ever heard of frogging?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You ever worry about that?
No, but like they looked in about that as a frogging. It's like it happens at universities at big houses because there's like 16, 20 kids in a house, so it's like no one really knows everybody.
That doesn't make a good movie. You gotta...
But all I'm saying is, so I have the app, and I'm like, hey, can you fill this out real quick? It's 5 questions, and then you could go. So then when they fill it out, I get a text message on my phone saying they filled it out, and it's like they have to fill out every section. And if they're like, we don't.
Have someone checking names when they come in at all?
Well, it'll be on a list. I have a answer sheet on Google Sheets, so they have to fill it out. And then when they fill it out and submit it, I get a text and be like, I get an email, so I get a ding on my phone, be like, okay, you're good to go.
Okay.
And I'll have the list pulled up on my iPad or something or my phone.
Okay.
Because like beforehand, like they used to not fill it out. I'm like, well, why are they not filling out? But now I'm like, no, you're not seeing this house unless you fill this out.
You ever have a problem with people? Because you guys stage the houses, right?
No.
You don't stage them.
I don't. Well, let's say if like
I thought that was a thing. Like where
it is, but it's like we'll stage the houses like not like bring stuff in like if there's already furniture there, just like move the furniture, like make the furniture look nicer, like clean it, put a blanket maybe over it, make it look nice. If it's like the bedroom, like clean the bedroom, like put this here, maybe like buy a rug or like move the rug from here to here.
Yeah,
simple stuff like that. But I mean, if it's like gets more into like a bigger house, can't stage it, yeah. But I don't think Charles or me, I've never seen him do it.
Yeah. Just kind of let it ride.
Because if it's like if it's completely empty, maybe we'll throw like a table in there just to show like, oh, this is like a living room and stuff. But like I know like I have clients that are like, I like houses that are empty because then I can imagine what's supposed to be there. Or I have clients who are like, I like it staged so I can like see the flow of each room.
Get the idea.
Yeah.
Flowing with what they're gonna do. Okay.
So it goes either way.
Yeah. Question. Is there ever like a way to so for rentals, is there like a way to kind of open house with that?
Yeah, so I've had open houses. It's done the same way. Yeah. You come in, you
have to be under contract for that, you know?
Well, no, on open house, like it's a listing. It's a listing basically.
Okay, so I have rental though. Like I thought you couldn't see it until like you're actually making an offer on it.
No, right? Well, no. The way, which side of the rental? Like, am I showing the
renter, the rentee, I guess, right?
So it goes like this: if I'm listing the property to rent. And I do an open house. Everything's already filled out. Like everyone signed the paperwork. Like I'm supposed to list it.
Same thing. It's the same thing.
And then on the other side, when they come see the place, I'll show the place. If they like it, then we'll do like all the applications. Okay. But the only downside is like the way we do it is different than how most people do it. The way we do it is there's no application fee. Everyone can apply for free. Okay. You submit your ID, last 2 months of pay stubs. Okay. And the application. And then from the application, we pick somebody, the best one usually. Okay. We'll verify everything, and then we'll send it to the landlord, and we'll pick from somebody. Now, the way other people do it is they want you to go all the way and run background and credit on top of all the other stuff. So then it costs like $70 for everybody or like $50 for everyone to apply. And if it messes up everyone's credit, because if they apply to 5 places, you got to run it 5 times. They don't accept. So we do it differently. Like everyone seems to be happy with our way. Like, oh, thank you so much for now. Like, there's no application fee until one of us makes it. So I'm like, yes.
Yeah, that is more attractive. You know, when people just come in because they like. I would hate to pay like $50 just to look at something.
Oh, it happens a lot.
You know, because I don't even want it. I just want to see if I do want it. You know, that kind
of stuff. No, you get to see it first, and then you pay. Oh. No, you get to see the property. Okay. And if you want to apply, then
you pay for that. For you guys, though, not other people. You were saying.
What do you mean for us? Like
for you guys,
renter, there's no fees for us.
Okay, yeah.
I just get paid.
Other places, like to go see it, you have to pay. No, you don't. Okay.
To apply, you have to pay.
To apply, okay.
Yeah. So after you see it, if you like it, then you
apply.
Pay. Yeah, okay. There might be an application fee.
Okay, that's cool.
But then sometimes it gets like a little crazy with some stuff, like with fees. Like some larger buildings have different fees, and then
that's annoying.
It just kind of depends. Like I had a client that had to pay. It was like $600. Well, it's $500 for security deposit while you're moving in.
Okay.
So like you pay like for the $50 application fee, right? So that's done away with. Now you're like, you signed the lease and you're going towards the property. So then you do this. I think it was like $300 for elevator fee. You get that back, and then it's $150 fee they pay for like the HOA to move in.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So like,
I remember I had to pay a move-in fee like
for your place.
Are they gonna help me? Yeah. It's like, dude, are you gonna help me move in? Why the fuck do I gotta pay a move-in fee, dude? It's so stupid. Like if you're gonna pay the HOA, you have to pay like the first month's HOA, and then like even though you're moving in like the middle of the month or it's I don't know.
How much was it? Like what, $50, $100?
What, the move-in fee?
Yeah,
$100.
Yeah,
it's like $100 on top of the $320.
But do you get it back when you move out?
Oh, you do?
Maybe you get to touch your HOA. Because I know, like, we gave it back.
Or you sell it when you sell it.
Yeah, because you're moving out.
Well, I'm not gonna give a fuck about $100. It might as well be gone. You know, like how would you ever notice it? Like especially after you sell it. Like,
but that's gonna be very interesting if you start renting out that place.
Yeah, we gotta make those moves.
Because I want
me on the HOA board. I might do it, but I don't know.
Depends. You have to see. Like I think one of our
and then I could hear like kind of like what's going on.
Well, you could also like
make the moves.
The thing is like.
But also my board is only down to 3 people, so I found out that HOA boards you need at least 3 members on that board. Otherwise, it goes to the state, and then it becomes like a state property. You know, if you don't have a real HOA. And by law in Illinois, I think you need 3 people on the panel board. And our problem right now is that our panel is old, and me being like part of the younger crowd in there, they want me on it because then that's like longevity on it. You know, so I'm thinking about it. Like,
think about
these guys are like 50, so I'm like, you got like.
Well, think about it like this.
For like another 10 years. Maybe I don't have to.
Think about it like this. If you join the HOA, this is what I've seen. People join the HOA to buy off-market properties. So if someone's going to sell it, you can come and be like, hey, I'll offer you this.
Oh, you can hear. Oh,
because you can know. You'll know when people are going to sell. It's like I had a lady that was about to sell her 4-unit in Westmont. It never hit the market. That an HOA member heard about it, swooped in, and bought the place. So it's something like you could think about, like you could like be like, hey, I like this never has to hit the market.
Yeah.
I can buy it off you for this.
Yeah.
And let's just do like a deal. And it's something that like if I ever like joined an HOA like, and I was like, and then like depending on the unit like place, that could be a major upside because like you're talking to all these people and also like you could be like, hey, if you have any need for any help. Here's my number. You could always like refer me if like you're thinking about selling. Here's this.
Yeah.
And you could refer people into the HOA, and also you could change some rules eventually. Like I know, like you wanted to, you could be part of it. Like you could be like, oh, if the HOA only allows like this, you could change the rules. If you're on it, if there's only 3 people, you just have to talk to the other guy and be like, hey, let's change it to this.
Yeah.
Or like let's try to figure out this litigation issue that I know your place has.
Yeah.
And let's try to like end it already, so then we can kind of move forward and make it easier for people to rent out. There's different things you can do.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that move. But at the same, because I got so much other shit on my plate.
But it's something like.
But it's only a meeting like once a month, and then an additional meeting depending on if there's a decision to make. You know, which would be limited to like only the board. Like I think like contractors that we're gonna use and all that stuff like that, like lawn care. Which I want to actually talk about our lawn care guy because they're good, they do decent, but like I feel like they could be better or step up certain things, you know. But
well, that's the thing. Like when you do it, you could bring people on. Like as in like if you join the board, you could be like, hey, I know a dude. Then you could like talk to people like, hey, like can you come do it for like this? I have like this amount of property, would pay you this amount. Can you guys do it and like, get the best deal? And then that's like you brought them all that work, and then they can help you refer you jobs and do stuff like that. It's like I would like to be. I never want to be in that situation, but I could see why you'd want to.
Yeah.
Yes, and like if I ever had to, I would.
Yeah.
If they're like, oh, we have an opening, cool, let me join.
Yeah.
And you can just run it. Like I know guys in like buildings that like run it, and like they just like refer everything to like the people they know. Like the president, like you could probably become president in a few years. Most people, hey, they're
United States of you.
Yeah.
USA. Yeah, US. I changed to DG land. Fucking, let's go. No. Yeah. I kind of. I want to, but I don't. You know, because I'm trying to get everything.
Let me ask you, what do you want to buy after this? Like, If you had like money was good, everything was good after this, like 5 years on the line, 10 years on the line, you move out of your place now.
Okay.
You live in a condo. Where are you moving to? What kind of, are you buying another apartment? Are you buying a house? Are you buying a lot of land, no land, in a neighborhood, out in the country?
House. I want to get a house, and then I want to, so from that. Like,
well, how many bedrooms, bathrooms? Like,
I don't know yet. I haven't, like, I know I want something. I want something with a decent enough land. Like, I want, like, neighbors, like
you
within reach, but I don't want to see. You know what I mean? Like,
you want to see the house. You just don't want to see them.
Yeah, I want, like, a decent downtown, but I don't want to see you. Like, I want to do my own thing. You know? I want to have people over or, like, have, like, a nice, like, barbecue and not have, like, a neighbor looking over, like, hey, man, what you got? You didn't tell me you were doing this today. Like, I don't want any of that, you know? Like, but I also don't want to be, like, in the sticks, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
you don't want to be out of the middle of nowhere.
I want to build some stuff on my place, you know, remodel it nice, do however I want to, because I know I always got a guy. I got a guy for a guy, and I could get anything I wanted done in my house for pretty much cost, you know? So it's, like, there's stuff I want to do, too. Like, I want to make my castle, you know? Like, and then, but I also don't want to be, like, have the other things ready to go, like rent a couple rentals and stuff like that. Like, I mean, the first goal is like get like a decent affordable thing, like fix it up maybe, and then we'll fix it up. Get something that's affordable, fix it up, and then I want to have my rents pay for my mortgage. You know, I want to live for free. You know, cause, like if I can, because everyone talks about like having 25% of your like your income be your living expenses. You know, I want to get rid of that. I want to have nothing. Like I want to have zero for my percentage, and the rest can just be what I want to do. You know, like whatever I want to play with. And then I don't know what I'll get into. You know, maybe a couple, definitely some investments. Maybe a couple like, cause I got a couple. We got a couple buddies that are like making moves and shaking on some stuff. So like, I kind of want to like maybe get into what they're getting into, like whatever they're playing with. Be like,
30 minutes was great.
Yeah.
Is it Jeremy Jones?
Yeah, I've been here for wings with your dad. What's up, buddy?
It's a cool setup.
Hell yeah.
You want to end the episode here?
Yeah, I think it's a good time to slide.
All right.
Thank you, guys.